Hello everybody, welcome to the Arcane Gate. I'm Denaru.
And I'm Charles Walker, following 20. Welcome everybody. So, last week on the Arcane Gate, after everyone got back to the material plane and now they're trying to figure out what to do next, they ended up having a meeting with a local crime lord and information broker known as the Candyman, and after some talking with him, they're trying to get an idea of what path they should take, but during that they got some grim information that Marcus's family may be in danger if they don't work with some of the gangs. So now they're trying to find an alternate solution to that. And we come into you guys heading back to, I believe you guys were on your way back to the Alchemist Guild. No, wait, y'all made it back. Y'all got to sleep. Then Marcus had an interesting discovery as something about him shifted, and now he seems to be able to understand the notebook that y'all been carrying this entire journey better.
I see how that can actually is anything more of it making sense?
Make an Arcana check.
Team.
18. It actually is a bit, as well, first off, some things that you now know make a little more sense to you, like, wait, this is how you do this now, and this is it. Then finally you get to a little blurb from that you recognize being in David's handwriting, just saying, have some time, I finally figured out what that elf taught me. This ninth school of magic chronomancy. I was always a rookie at magic myself, so I'm trying to figure this out, but he was right, the magic does take a toll on you. I looked in a mirror the other day and I hardly recognized myself. Had more gray hairs than I'd ever seen myself before. Seem exhausted every time I cast it, but I need to use them for now to get through this journey. And you're able to make out that page before it starts kind of jumbling up a bit again. While you can understand it a bit more, it seems it'll still take some more processing.
And my shoulder, it has this eye on it. I see that symbol anywhere in the book. Pages
You do not. You're pretty. You got a pretty good idea of what that symbol looks like, as of course you're used to it. You've never seen it anywhere in this book, or really anywhere outside of you know where.
Oh, we're back at the academy. We're all in the same room again, so we're all sleeping.
Yeah, everyone else is asleep right now. You just woke up in the middle of the night and realized all this.
I quietly go over to Cyrus. Try to, very quietly wake him up. Maybe shake him.
Yes.
I put a finger up to my. I try to leave the room and have him follow.
Alright. Going this way till morning, but... But Cyrus will follow.
Once we're out of the room and in the hallway, I'm going to cast See Invisible and just look around to make sure.
You actually do see something, as you actually see a figure asleep in the hallway as you see the hunched over figure of Kiara asleep, laying next to the wall, just kind of lightly snoring.
And I will try to lead Cyrus to a more secluded place and looking around to make sure that nothing's like picking up or hidden that I can't see.
Not that you can see, no. Nothing's really else is sticking out to you.
Okay. Cyrus, I know it's in the middle of the night. Something has happened. I think earlier I acted with something did happen to and the mark I showed you.
I'm sorry, you're cutting out a little bit.
I think something had happened to me earlier when the mark that I showed you before.
I'm still getting bits and pieces.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just do it this way then. Earlier when I connected, when I think.
Oh, and lost you.
I mean, one of them nuts.
Yeah, that's probably the weather.
Hold on a moment.
I apologize, everyone. We're literally having a monsoon in Alabama right now.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just not going to use that headset. But earlier when I connected to the stone, I think something actually happened to me. You know the mark I showed you before?
Yeah.
Well, it has changed. There's something new on it. There was a bit of irritation earlier when we were walking through the market. That's never happened before. And when I checked it a moment ago, it seemed to have an addition to it.
What kind of addition?
Since, like, I'm in my sleeping clothes, I kind of just, like, pull down my shirt and let me see my shoulder. This eye at the top of it.
I see what you mean there, as it apparently sees me now.
But on top of it, I can make more sense of the book that we've been trying to transcribe.
Hopefully with your physical eyes.
There's a note in the book. It seems more of a warning, really, about the magic that we discovered within it. Apparently it takes its toll whenever you cast it. And from what I've gleaned, I think it ages you a bit. Because remember earlier when we were talking to our benefactor, it was said that he hadn't been gone long, but when he showed up again, he was aged. I think he was using this magic.
So,
Hello?
that would mean that he would know how to cast it himself.
I mean, he would, but I mean, we can't exactly ask him. And this magic, it was taught to him by the elf guy that we saw, that disappeared the moment in that chamber, that disappeared the moment that we appeared. Apparently, I'm connecting that it was taught to him by him.
And who's to say how long the elf was trapped? Or in that hibernating state?
Not to mention, elves are very long living, so I doubt he would know a slight decretion on his lifespan.
Indeed. Well, we pieced together that, the older man was really younger. and can use time magic. Which would explain why he knew all of us and sent us letters, so maybe we'll meet him later?
But thing is, it's like this magic, it seems to has its cost, and haven't been able to glean anything further beyond the one spell, that the additional spell we found, until tonight. And this appears on my arm, and that stone I attuned to, it seemed to react to me.
You see, magic... You pretty much have to resonate with something to pull magic. For example, Luna and Maddie, they pull from their faith. I pull from my will. But what would happen if magic pulled from the life source in order to be used?
I suppose you could. I suppose that you could keep using it until it tapped you completely out.
Interesting. This will be a matter that we shall ponder.
I mean, the way I use magic is that it's something I learned formulas, and I learned ways of giving that magic to items that allow me to invoke it, but that's the way I use it. But this seems different. Also, I was born with a little bit of magic from the beginning.
I mean, I for one was not very magic innate when I was younger, to be honest. So I can't really be of service to really figure out much about the magic itself. I just know how I eventually developed magic. You figure it out by learning about it, and it sounds like so did our friend. So if anyone's going to be closer to figuring out how to use it safely, or what happened, it'd probably be you.
But I'd be up to delve into this. At the same time, I'm a human. I don't exactly have much life to give to something that's going to be siphoning off my life essence. We don't know how much.
Well, what if you were able to transcribe the magic into your items? It's a stretch.
My items?
Items.
Items? I mean, I guess that could work. I mean, I have an item on that we found in that laboratory that has a bit of that magic to it, and I pull out the pocket watch. I haven't used it, but I've held it since we left the lab.
First, we have to find out how it is used. Then we can figure out if we can modify it.
Well, one way that... I mean, we have the spells, and I could try to cast something. One of them. One of the weaker ones. So hopefully the cost isn't great. But beyond doing, or... I mean, this is a new magic. This isn't something that exists. There aren't libraries of information we can go to figure this out, and the one person that we know is either dead or gone somewhere, and we have no clue. The elf person didn't even speak to us. They just left. So...
Not to mention that they might be the only ones left. Or what if, even worse, what if they're not the only ones left that know how to do this?
Well, I mean, we This is either very new magic or very secretly kept magic that has existed for no telling how long.
So very old magic then.
Potentially. But it's also the way the writings and the notes that we found earlier in the lab is that this was new. This was a new magic that they were tapping into, that they had they created their own arcane script for it.
So fully constructed then.
Yes, at least since in the book we found that it's locked aspects of it. It's locked in certain ways where it just reveals stuff when it's ready.
Almost like it's locked for specific moments in time, whenever it needs to be unlocked.
Mm-hmm. Which is why we've only been able to transcribe newer things recently, but it seems like it'll just keep unlocking on its own, or when certain conditions are met, or there's a lot of speculation.
So what spell do you think you'd be able to cast?
I mean, one of the weaker ones would be the better options. I opened the book. Maybe perhaps. This one, and I point to the spell. I think it says time slip or something. It's a weaker magic. It's first tier magic, so it shouldn't be much of a toll. It doesn't require anything.
Any idea what it does?
So would I'd be able to read that spell out and know what it does?
Yeah, you can at least do that much.
It seems to allow you to slip past dangers and like say that in a combat situation where if someone that you were trying to run away and they were trying to attack you, it seems to allow you to slip past danger in a way.
Interesting.
If you want, maybe we can run an experiment here.
Why would you want to do that at this very moment?
I mean, there's a lot on our plate. And more has with this, and I point to the mark, has just been added to our plate. I don't know if it's this very moment, but it's something we need to figure. This book is part of something bigger. I want to figure this out so that we could stop or figure out what's actually going to happen, because we don't know if the hags are connected to this or if the hags are a distraction and their own separate bigger danger. This book has hidden secrets that are connected to this perhaps even greater looming threat that we haven't even begun to touch on.
So you might think we're getting distracted.
There's a lot to be distracted. Like, again, with side note, this Candyman holds information that is connected to my family. That could mean the end of them. And now they hold that card over us. Over me. Part of me wants to leave now. But that would be a bad choice.
Pretty much we have to decide whether to go protect your family, or actually make a deal with them.
The thing is, if we make a deal with him, he gets what he wants. I want to protect my family more than anything.
We also get what we want as well. We did have a pretty nice deal in that negotiation.
I also think that we should talk to Rawl. Talk to Rawl in the morning. I believe that we should talk to Rawl in the morning and also see what he has to say about it. But this book, you're right, it's a distraction. It's something that's just another thing piling up in my mind. All these things to think about.
Well, I'm not really sure if the book is a distraction itself, because it is what brought us all together. I feel as though we need to take care of everything else. But I do think there is an overlooming threat that we are not seeing yet.
Yes, because if the hags aren't a threat, then what is? I mean, since the beginning, these hags seem to be interwoven into what the threat is, but we also don't know if that's the case.
And if they're not really a threat, then we must become strong enough to where that is true.
Either way,
the way to get stronger is to fight them.
We still have to remove them from the board.
Exactly.
Otherwise, they'll just keep attacking us while we're trying to deal with this. So, but at the same time,
best way to eliminate distractions is to eliminate them entirely.
couldn't agree more. Yeah, I'm sorry for waiting. It's just that this was sudden. You're the only one in the group I've told so far.
Don't worry about it. Cyrus will kind of start walking back. Be like, if you want to protect your family, we have to figure out what our next step is. And some of us might need more convincing if we want to make a deal. But if Rawl has some decent wisdom, we'll see what he has to say. And make our decision based off of that. Either way,
Right.
we're saving your family. And Cyrus will start walking to bed.
Marcus will stand there for a bit in the hall, looking around while he draws a spell up. Then he'll walk back as well and go to sleep.
Okay. All right. So, as both of you sneak back into your rooms and get to sleep, as time passes, your mind's just full of just all this new information, Marcus, and just weird. It nearly feels like insight in a way. It's just you understand something now, but you don't know what it is. But you just have that feeling of satisfaction over you, but it leaves a feeling of confusion as well. As you're not sure what it is, but just something in your mind just has like a eureka moment. And as all of you get up the next day and start getting yourselves together, you hear a knock at the door. Generally from Myron, you're used to her waking up at this early at this point, as she's like, "Oh, good morning, everyone." So, Rawl is currently in the infirmary. He was hoping you could all meet him there.
Why is he in the infirmary?
Oh, he's not a patient there. He's overseeing someone's care being done in there.
I do feel like that is important to mention when you say someone is in the infirmary.
Oh, Rawl being injured. Is that all?
I mean, you see why we would be worried if that was the case, right?
Oh. Well, yes, I'm glad you are. I guess I shouldn't be so confident with him, just... Oh, I'd be more worried about what would be able to make a major injury on him, I guess.
Me too.
Fair enough. Either way, breakfast is ready in the Great Hall after that. Go meet him when you can.
Very well.
Somebody got sick from sleeping on the floor outside.
Yeah, as you come outside, you can smell her outside. Amarok.
Oh, goodness.
Isn't it nice that we actually have time to eat breakfast now?
I mean, yeah, we were kind of in the rush for the last few days and had I actually look over to the twins and how are they doing?
Right. Since they're not answering, I assume they're just staring at a plate of cinnamon apples.
Daddy's plate's just gonna have like a handful of protein, and that's pretty much it.
You say protein?
Like eggs and bacon.
Okay.
Pure protein.
I wasn't sure if that was on the menu, so I said protein to summarize. Is that there? I don't know yet.
Starting your gains early, I see. Oh, goodness.
But yeah, I'd like a handful of eggs and a handful of bacon.
Yeah. Luna doesn't really have a lot. And you're surprised to see she doesn't have one sweet thing on her plate.
Does stay with Betty. Not one sweet thing.
Well, we have multiple questions to ask Rawl when we see him. I'm not gonna lie, I can't currently see a way where I can't go along with the Candyman. He holds the information that stops my family from being attacked.
Who you think sold them the information in the first place?
Oh, we know that who he's connected. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like if we go against him, my mom and my dad, they're back in Sky Spear. But my sister, she's across the entire country. So, I don't know a way to get to them without going along with the Candyman's plan.
I mean, we get paid a pretty decent pension if we go along with it as well.
We're getting paid to shut up, is what we're doing. We're giving a crime lord a fort. A fort in the middle of a trade route.
That we will be getting percentage?
No, we
It's
won't.
not about the money.
And also, from what he's talking about, he's trying to push us off of driving a percentage for the information.
No, he gave us the information for free. That was if he wanted the percentage off the table, he would have bargained. He didn't bargain. He just gave us information.
And I feel like his information is a threat.
Still didn't bargain the percentage off the table.
I don't, at this particular point, I don't really care about the percentage. It's just, my family is in danger. I know they're in danger, and I'm here.
I hate to complicate things even more, but do we also know that a trade route is the only thing that he desires?
I mean, if we remove the hags from that location, if we remove the people from that fort, he gets that entire section of the woods and anything that could be inside of it that we have no clue.
I feel as though I've said my piece about it. I will go with whatever we decide.
I do want to speak to Rawl to see what options he can provide, but I feel like if he can't, I have to go with what the Candyman wants. At least for now.
Well, I think just yet. Let's go talk to Rawl first and then make decisions.
I agree.
So y'all head to the infirmary?
Mm-hmm. Where
Yep.
I just would follow Amarok there.
Because I'm the one that was more around.
We have not gone to the infirmary yet.
Which is surprising. No one
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So, yeah, Mark, you know, there's a decently serviceable infirmary here. It's one of the ways the guild actually brings in money is there's the doctor's office attached to it. Generally, it also serves for any chemical emergencies that happen in the guild. It's handy to have one there. You've been there a time or two in your time. Whether visiting people or, you know.
Or there myself, yeah, with my mini exploits of stupidness.
So you get your way there, and as you make your way inside, you see the places mixed with your normal bunch. Generally, people with acid scars on their hands getting treated. At this point, it's kind of jokingly known as the badge of honor in the guild, as everyone gets one eventually.
Everybody gets one. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, jokingly referred to as the entry scar. And as you look around, you notice, in particular, there's part of the guild toward the back seems to be curtained off. But catching a smell in the air of just a very strong coffee, you know who's back there.
Yeah,
As you make your way past it. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying I'm walking back, confirming there.
Alright. You stick your head past the curtain and you see Rawl dressed in a lab coat, actually, poring over a clipboard as he's sitting next to a bed with Sai laying in it, completely unconscious, with a few IVs hooked into him. Other tubes. As he just looks up to you, never right, good. The rest of them with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's wrong with Sai?
What wasn't? So in particular, pneumonia, dehydration, and malnourished. Pumping him full of fluids right now. Get him Back to some normalcy. Other than that, hasn't taken a shower in a while, so plan on taking him to a barber to get himself cleaned up in a little bit as well when he can actually walk. He's been asleep for a good while now. I don't got him under morphine or anything. He's just
Exhausted?
exhausted, it seems.
Apparently, he was on the run for years.
I think I vaguely remember hearing that during my own breakdown, so...
Yeah. I'm sure once he gets his bearings, he's going to have quite the story to tell us, but till then, this little angel's just sleeping away. And, yeah. I also got him an actual change of clothes. We'll get him in that once we get him out of the hospital gown, but... other than that, yeah, that's what I've been doing. I'm trying to keep it on the down low. He's here, so I've been going over his medical procedures myself. Since we don't know what kind of history this individual has.
Well, he did say he's wanted by people.
Yep, that stuck out to me like a sore thumb. On top of everything else I'm dealing with, got another little refugee in here.
You got a few of those, actually, but yeah.
We were told that you wanted to meet us.
Right, of course. Just want to know how your meeting with the Candyman went.
Bad.
I imagine we all just look at Marcus when he says that.
Yeah.
Well,
Just like,
He's got things on y'all as well.
apparently, he has information on these two, on me, and he also had outside of character. He also had information on Amarok, right?
Nope.
No, it was me, the twins, and who else? Oh no, it was
Someone
the
you
person
traveled with.
Someone we were traveling. But
probably
yeah.
Harper.
Probably
Yeah.
not. But apparently he has information on the twins, but he also had rather urgent information on me.
Now, I expected something about them two, but what have you done to catch his eye?
Nothing I've done, but apparently I've ticked someone off in our past. That seems to
So you did do something.
partially. Someone I ticked off in our past that plans on getting vengeance. Is this place secure for all? I kind of whisper that.
Give me a second. And he draws his hand in the air and lets out a spell. He's like, alright, I just cast silence, so we should be good in here.
What?
The clanless gang. They are scoping out my family. Because a member of another gang that I injured, trying to get vengeance for what I did.
Wait. Why does Clanless care what the chamber, what this other gang's doing?
Because, this other gang is one of the higher ups of the Chain Birds.
Wait. There is 3 major criminal organizations on this continent. And you're telling me you've pissed off 2 out of 3 of them?
Maybe more. Who knows?
We're working on a third.
We're overachievers.
I mean, to be fair,
Candyman's the 3rd, so don't.
to be fair, If he didn't do that, we wouldn't have had Dreadslayer.
Wait. Okay, so this had something to do in Lucaville, so... What happened in Lucaville?
In Lucaville, there was a black market. One of the head members of the Chamberbirds was over that black market.
Oh.
That black market no longer exists.
Clangless were involved too, weren't they? Because they're really into the black market trading of magical goods.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
This person... Have you heard of a person named Crane?
No, but that...
alien.
Yeah, that bears the moniker of Chainbird Psycho.
Well, he was one of the higher-ups. We took out this black market, and I shot and removed... Due to complications from injury, he had to have his arm amputated. I wasn't able to... I wasn't able to finish the job because he got away.
Now, when I met you guys, I thought you were just a bunch of young adventurers that just happened to have some bad things happen to them with the twins. Y'all dove head first into that one. Good lord.
To be fair, it all started out with squirrels terrorizing people's homes. We didn't really expect it to turn into a black market. Exactly, right?
Yeah. It surprised us too. Like, honestly, we you say that we had this trouble, that we stumbled into this trouble. We full on tripped and fell down the stairs into this trouble.
No, I don't want to know. I just... God, you're in this mess. Okay, so what did the Candyman offer you?
He offered us that he could make these clanless stop pursuing my family.
Good.
But did he actually offer that, or did he offer just to not tell them where they were?
No, he said that he could make them disperse, whatever. He offered that he could make them disperse and stop tracking my family, and even with an additional purchase, give us information on where to find Crane eventually. Yeah, but we have to pay for that information. But the cost is that if we have to go with him on his plan and give him the fort.
Wait, the fort? What fort? Wait, the Briar Patch that... Oh, he's dead set on getting a Briar Patch, isn't he? Oh my god.
He wants that trade route. He wants that section of the forest, and he wants what's in the inside of the fort. He wants the people inside the fort gone. So he wants us to do the job of clearing out the fort in order to have a home base in that forest.
That's... okay, so... His plan is... He's going to do that, then he's going to have it look official. He's going to have, like, the Dockers Union take over that, I imagine, or some representative from it, then have some of his agents in there to funnel his goods through. God, that's a good move on his part. He definitely has a lot to gain from that, so I can imagine why he's definitely holding that over you, but that's what he does.
Yeah. Turns out he didn't plan on threatening us with weapons or soldiers, but information.
I told you, he doesn't like violence. That's what he does. He finds a way to use people like that.
Well, he found a way to use me. Because unless we have another option, I have to go with this. Because my family is essentially being held hostage.
Okay. And your family, where are they?
My mom and my dad are in Sky Spear. And my sister My sister is across the country, though, in the Elven City, the Platinum City.
This is a perfect storm. Okay, so I guess you come to me wanting my recommendation, right?
Yes. I don't want this person to have this fort if we can avoid it, but at the same time, if that's the better option, it's what I have to go with.
I don't like it either, I won't deny it. Well, out of the 3 criminal organizations, I'd go for Candyman, because generally all he does seem to care about is information. Well, I'll give this to you because it's not like he isn't giving information about me out, I'm sure. But Candyman has this twisted belief that no one should ever be too powerful, and his way of apparently keeping other people in check is by a war of information. It's kind of like the Clangless in a way, where they have a belief of all magic should be unregulated, but for him it seems to be all information. There's, to not go into too much detail, there's some cases throughout history where some information has been kept secret for better or worse, and he doesn't like that. He doesn't like people in power being able to get away with anything. That's his main belief. He considers himself a vigilante in that sense. And that if he has control over crime, that it won't get out of control and be a problem. So, if you want my opinion on could he have sway over the other 2, I definitely would bet money on it. There's a good chance he has something on both of them that he could use against them for your benefit. And to put it bluntly, all of you have dove face first into a pit of snakes. The Candyman just happens to be a king snake and not a venomous snake.
So
Main purpose to eat rats and other snakes. What he's good for.
So, seems like what you're saying is that we have to go with the person as the better option, because if we were just because of his sway, his power.
Well, I have my personal reasons to have some grievances against the Platinum Vault. I get along with them good, but I was kind of hoping you could go for my other option, but that guy isn't going to be able to help you with all this. And definitely on the Platinum Vaults, depending on what their price is to get in a restricted section, which is a very big thing for them, they wouldn't be able to help you with this task, but this seems to be your knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone moment. Because that's what I do. The Candyman's going to be the person that if anyone has access to restricted section, he probably does. I'd up the price to being able to get that book on about the Shade Grove Coven, and then try and use that as a bartering chip to make it seem like you're interested. See what you can do with that. See if you can knock out all your everything at once, and who knows, maybe get some extra information on some of these things you were interested in, since I take advantage of the fact that you're currently in alliance with an information broker. Because there seems to be other people that got your ire or have their gaze set on you that wouldn't hurt to have some information on.
I'm just going to play devil's advocate here. If he owns this fort, and we're doing like he wants, having our little base there, he's going to gather all the information he can on us, and as soon as we do some little thing that pisses him off, he's going to sell that to the highest bidder. Do y'all not see the problem I have with this? Hello, Executioner. Here is my neck.
You make a good point, Amarok, but I'd say he'd be someone who'd honor a deal. So if he somehow set a deal up to where he wouldn't betray information about you, I think he'd honor it.
Don't you think you had that sort of deal with the two? The clan lists and the chain birds? Don't you think you had something like that with them? And yet he's willing to throw that away to help us because we're benefiting him the most.
Oh, we know that he was involved with the chamber in some way. We don't know exactly what it was, but we know that he's connected.
He did say that they think that he really respects them.
Yeah. Like I said, he doesn't see them as anything but upstarts, I'd guarantee it. To him, he wants to control and regulate crime and information. So to them, he only sees them as rivals, I imagine. So, don't give him any reason to see you as a rival. He should be good. And I hope none of you decide to jump into the criminal enterprise on top of everything else you're accumulating.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know what to expect anymore out of your group, I'll be honest. Because you have pissed off these criminal organizations, wanted to fire Genasi Lords from the fire plane, and a pit fiend. You all have a depressingly impressive track record of pissing people off.
But we did it for justice.
New personal record.
You're not Arden, Cyrus. Don't even try.
Also, that was only the three more recent ones. I mean, it's kind of a running thing at this point.
Well, just being honest, Amarok, I'm not guaranteed it, but I'm sure if Candyman really wanted to make any out of me, he could have done it a long time ago, but I also don't think he has the necessary information to, but we'll see. So that is the one thing I give you. You cannot give him any information about me, nor Kiara. That cannot be a bartering chip. I wouldn't expect you to betray me, but still.
You don't seem to be picking up that I don't like this man. In fact, I hate him. I don't enjoy being used like this.
Yeah, no, we got that.
Blackmailed.
Oh, Emerald.
Amarok, I get that. I'm just developing trust for the rest of them. I only trust you.
Also,
Cyrus is a quarter away there.
After this, I'm not a fan of this person either.
Welcome to the Hating Everyone Club.
But, from what Rawl is saying, as long as we don't step on his toes, he stays away from us.
Yeah. Why don't we just say we're helping him? Go ahead and take the fort. Okay, act like we're going along with his plan. Get what we can from him, and then just not give him the fort. We can go to your family in that time, bring them somewhere safe, or take care of the problem there, and then just screw him over.
That doesn't seem feasible. Again, the fort is up here. I pull up.
We don't have to do it in that order.
I pull up my map. The fort is here. My parents are in Skyspear, which is way over here, and my sister is on the other side of the country.
Rawl, do you know of any teleporter networks that can take us within walking distance or running distance of these towns?
No, and also think about it. If they're going to make a threat on your family's life, more than likely to have agents on standby that are just waiting on the word to make the visit, quote unquote.
And not to mention,
You're also suggesting making an enemy.
A very powerful enemy.
And
Yes,
That's the
and
fun part, though.
I am recommending for my own well-being and yours, don't.
And on top of this is an organization that works in the shadows And the Candyman is the head of the organization. An organization doesn't just fall apart just because you decide to screw over the head.
Fine, we have an enemy that lives in the shadows. We drag them screaming into the light.
Here's the thing, though, because not only would we make an enemy of him, but he knows all of our enemies, so all he has to do is just gather all of our enemies, and then we are... bad word.
Not to mention that he apparently, the Chambers respect him. The clan list respect him. So, as you...
or at least fear them.
So,
yes, he has respect of slavers and murderers. I'm very impressed with his repertoire.
I get it. You're not a fan of him. You don't like him. I don't like him. What he holds over me. But at the same time, this is fighting an army with 5 people. And I don't want to make an enemy out of the Candyman if we can avoid it. Doesn't seem like the better option. It just feels like adding a whole nother guild of people to hate us. We already have a lot of people who want us.
Yeah. Your house of cards is about to run a little thin if you keep this up.
We're already
Yeah, I don't like him either, but like we can't make an enemy of everyone. Or at least we shouldn't make an enemy of everyone.
We're already at the stage that we are having to look over our shoulders from multiple people that could just come at us at any time. I don't want to add another to that if we can avoid it. And this one seems to, as Rawl said, to be the more docile one. But as long as we're not creating a criminal organization that works to gain power, he has no reason to consume us. But if we screw him over, he will.
Alright. He's the last person to make an enemy of, that's for certain. And just, you're all very powerful, don't get me wrong, but you gotta learn how to pick your battles, and just, this is huge when you can't just decide on a whim you're going to take this guy down.
We don't have the people power. We don't have the organization. We don't have... It's just us.
Question, DM?
Yeah.
Like, are we actually in a private area to talk here, or is like anyone can just overhear what we're saying?
Rawl cast silence on the room, so it'd be private at least.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I'm about to say something that it's probably gonna...
I made sure that he secured the area first.
Yeah, because I'm gonna... Okay, I just wanted to make sure before I say this. Look, Amrock. Again, none of us like the idea of working with a Candyman. But, if we can take some of our other enemies down, so at least we don't have to worry about them, if something happens and we do end up having to turn against the Candyman, at least we only have to worry about him and his forces and not like every other enemy that we've made that he would absolutely recruit.
Let them fight in this.
Fine. If y'all want to do it this way, I'll go with
Not
you.
really.
Now.
I think it's just a better way. We let them fight in the shadows. We let them duke it out. People who have weight.
They're not going to duke it out. None of them are going to fight each other. They're going to continue to all three get stronger.
No, that's why I'm saying if we try to take some of them down in the process of everything else we gotta do, because there's a freaking laundry list at this point of stuff that we have to do. So if we can at least take down like the Chambers and the clan list at some point, then that's 2 less enemies that we have, and then if something happens, all we have to worry about then is the Candyman and not everyone else. Oh, also, the people that also want to come after you and us.
Because,
y'all are cured now.
Yeah, but they don't know that, and they won't believe that.
Also, again, you're being you, Amarok. are being pursued. You have people who want you as well. So at the same time, like what Luna said, we can use information that we get from the Candyman to take down the other threats that he is connected to that he's not exactly a fan of. That way we wouldn't be stepping on his toes.
This thunder is really setting the mood.
Oh,
It's
that's
my anger radiating through the microphone here.
So I say
Alright.
for now, we work with the shadows.
Okay. Ian Rawl also speaks up, and also, if gained to resources, you may have a shot at the chain birds. Since you're going to the Shade Grove Forest anyways, they're on the other side of it in Rogue States. So at the least, if you can't take them down, you can do a hefty bit of damage to them. No, I would secure some things on your end to make sure some people are safe, but that is a possibility.
Oh yeah.
But yes, somewhere in the Rogue States, the Chainbirds have their base, and since the Rogue States are outside of certain areas pretty lawless, it'd be the easiest to take them down since, make your own justice and all that fun stuff.
If we do this job for the Candyman, we earn some favor. Then we can purchase other information that he may have that we can then use to take down other enemies that he may know about. This is an information broker. Has more information than we've been able to get our hands on about people that we have been striking at and then they just run away. So we can use this. We finally get a fighting chance against the people who are pursuing us, and if we can gather information on them, we take them down because we know where they are. We know how to take them down bit by bit.
Yeah. I know some of y'all may hate this, but you don't gotta like him. You just gotta use him like he's a tool. That's it.
War tactic.
Mm.
And whether you see it or not, we are at war.
Oh. Once a pit fiend got involved, I was convinced. But regardless, did he actually try and get any information about me out of you guys?
No.
No.
Apparently he likes you.
He said that. Alright, I won't push it any further. I was just curious.
Is that good or bad?
With him, it's a coin toss, I guess.
Fair enough.
So, seems we're under an accord, mostly. We work with the Candyman. We clear this fort. And then we use the Candyman's information network to get back at the enemies that are current. We start cleaning. We start doing a bit of housekeeping.
We eliminate our
Fine.
distractions.
Rawl nods. Sounds like a plan. Well, you want to stick to size care. Hopefully you slept through all this. He looks to the twins. I'm sure it'd mean a lot to him if you two came to visit him later. When it comes to consciousness, he's actually been asking about you two.
I'll try to stop by.
I'll try.
Okay. As both of you get a look at him, you can tell he looks a little better. At the least, Rawls got him cleaned up a bit, and you notice it was hard to tell, but some of the colors kind of returned to the face. It nearly even looks like he had a bit of jaundice going on that you could hardly notice, just from the heat of everything. But hopefully, he'll be better by the time he gets out of here, and back to whatever normal was for him.
To be honest, for our family, I don't think there ever was a normal.
Alright. So, all of you make your way out of the clinic, and you see most people are kind of going about their business outside, and none of them seemed wiser to anything was going on. There's people who kind of give you looks like, what are all they doing? I don't know. But,
Do I notice anything? Like, I'm actively looking around, especially considering what you said.
You catch whispers with your reading lips ability, where you notice two nurses whisper, "What was Mr. Rawl doing with doing with all of them?" And just like, I don't know. He wouldn't let us see the patient.
Why was it so quiet over there?
And that's it? That's all I notice?
Yeah, that's about all you notice. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Most people seem to be sticking to themselves here, just in pain and distracted.
That's fair.
Or doing their job.
I mean, if they're working in the medical field, they're probably, like, running around tired, so... Probably exhausted.
Hey. Yeah, these days. I'll still never forget coming in the UAB at 4 a.m. and seeing one of the nurses have one of the monitors switched over to her Facebook.
Every day
Half
they
the time.
lost a patient.
It was on Facebook at 4 a.m.
I mean, it's 4 a.m.
Oh boy, 4 a.m. Alrighty. So, as all of you make your way out of the clinic, so do you guys actually make the trip to go visit Candyman? Or what do y'all want to do?
When was our scheduled time?
Around lunchtime.
What time is it?
About 9 o'clock.
Heck, I'll go to the lizard folk.
Okay.
Well, I can't remember the bone shiv, that's it.
Yeah, bone shiv.
Alright. While he's gone, I will actually take out the pocket watch from the lab, and I'll just kind of like look it over and examine it.
Okay. Make an Arcana check.
Mm.
Oh, that's a low one. 6. Wait, no, that's not mine. 10. I was looking at yours, but still low.
Yeah. It's not really making sense to you still, unfortunately. As now with your more aptitude to it, you know there is some magical properties to this, and something seems a little more than a focus to you, but you're not sure what.
I have a question. Does like the pocket watch have like a chain, or is it just a loose watch?
It actually has a chain too.
Oh, I'll hook it onto like the side of my pants loop, and I'll put it into my pocket.
Okay. But as you're studying it more, you do recognize one thing, at the least. Just more from what you're used to dealing with. you can actually attune to this,
Hmm.
which is a little off for what you're used to with focuses.
Oh well, I mean we've got hours to kill. I will try to attune to it. Well, because I've already cast detect magic on this, and it was hard to turn in anything. So while he's at the shop, I will try to do it, and I'll just kind of like give a nudge to Cyrus for the hour while I look at it.
I guess also, do you have to be sitting still to attune to it, or could we go shopping? while
You do
you're
have to be
attuning?
focusing on it, so I would say you have to hold still for it.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can go to the shop then. I'll just sit here then.
Okay. Alright then. I just DM'd you what it does on Discord.
Okay.
Alright. And so Cyrus and Amarok are going to the bone chip shop?
I was probably just going to stop by the tattoo guy and ask if he's seen or got any fire essence in stock.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright then. So first first doing it's actually the bone claw shop according to my notes. Did you have bone shiv? Because that sounds
I
like
just
something
remember-
I'd say as well.
Yeah, I think you said bone shiv at one point, and that's what stuck in my mind. I've not read anything on it.
Okay. That sounds like me. Alright then. As you come in, you hear just sniffing in the air, and then it's like, is that the Goliath I smell?
Yeah,
Around.
it's me.
How's the corner? Ah, you, the new traveler. How may I assist you? Is the cloak serving you well?
Hey, you hadn't made it yet, but that's what I came back for. Made up my mind on it. I'm gonna take it.
Out of character, my mistake.
I just assumed he's crazy.
Not going to answer that.
It's just a little bit insane.
He's like, I see. Good. Do you have, No, wait. No, I have that. Sensible cloak. Did y'all work out a price when y'all first went there?
Yes, but I was gonna lie about it.
I'm going to say in character he'd remember. I'm just not finding it.
It was 600.
Okay, I thought
I was
it
gonna
was
try.
right.
I was gonna try to convince him for 5.
Okay. It's like, yes. A hand over the gold and we'll be good to go.
And I'll make this transaction here.
Yeah. Thank you. You shall get the finest tailored cloak that comes from lizard folk. Not like the formality cloaks that people wear around here. It's sad.
Okay.
Is that all?
Yes, sir. That'll be it. And
I
I'll
see.
make my way back out.
He just lets you walk out wordlessly.
Okay.
As soon as you leave, he seems to have moved on to working on the cloak.
I think this guy gets the rest of work.
Pretty much, but also everything you know about lizard folk, this seems pretty par for the course.
Just one track minded.
Essentially. But anyways, and And now for Cyrus. Was it just you going to make your way over to the tattoo shop?
I guess unless anyone else wants to tag along.
Nah. I'm good. Well, actually, no, I'll tag along just for the heck of it, because I mean, I have nothing else to do for the time being.
Right then, so you are making your way to the Rune Artist shop.
Eldrin.
Alright. As you all make your way into Eldrin's shop, as you pass through the door, you just hear, "Oh, good morning, oh, hey, it's you guys. How y'all doing?"
Hi. Oh, we're doing well. How are you doing this fine evening? Or morning, actually.
Oh, fine. Just, hanging in there. Glad to see all you are well.
I was actually wondering if you had any fire essence in.
No, actually. I got a really rare one, though, that y'all may be interested in.
Ooh.
Let's see, what did he get? It's like, as I have found myself with a vial of an acid elemental.
I know someone who would be very interested in that, actually.
Oh, good. And, I blanked. The person didn't come in. They stood me up on a commission. You're an artist, you know how it is. But I actually do have some fire, and I have some ice.
I forgot what ice did.
Con.
Yeah. I would like to actually get a fire tattoo.
Ooh, you would? Well, you are in luck. Because we have 4 vials of fire right now. 3 of ice, and 3 of acid.
And how much, or how many vials was it, like, per tattoo?
Let me see here. 2 for base, 5 total for the second level, and then the epic for the third level. Epic is like the greater elemental.
Right. So, would I be able to buy the extra off of you?
Oh, yes, of course. You just wanting to buy it straight off me, or you wanting to turn it into a tattoo?
Well, let's see, I think we only have enough for level 1 tattoo, correct?
Fire essence, yeah.
Yeah. So, pretty much just like buying the extra so that it's ours. We have it.
We have water too, but y'all don't know about it.
Right.
Yeah. That is understandable. Okay.
I mean, you'd be most likely getting it back for a tattoo anyways.
Right. That's what I was asking, because I give a discount if you're going to buy it and turn it straight around in the shop.
Oh, yes, of course.
Right.
I still have my discount for the whole public incident thing. I hadn't cashed in on.
Okay. Just to make sure I got my notes right. Maddie, do you remember how much your tattoo was?
It was 1,000.
That's what I thought. You know,
Sorry.
no, I appreciate you reminding me. Okay. And he's like, let me do the math real quick. Alright, so you're wanting to buy all 4 of them and you want to get the tattoo.
Correct.
Okay. The tattoo itself, is 1,000 gold. And current running price on these vials is $250 a pop.
I could do that.
All right. So, about to say for the for just the two to give you the tattoo, I'd be willing to bundle it all for 1,400 gold, and you get the tattoo,
I could do that.
obviously. And the other two, just an extra 500 gold to be yours. So that's roughly looking at 1,900 gold in total.
Okay.
Wait, okay.
Yeah.
Man, your lot came into some money.
No, he just doesn't spend it.
He doesn't?
That is true.
No. This is actually the first time I've ever seen him spend this much.
He definitely ain't the stereotypical musical folk. But, hey, I can dig it.
Save money for valuable things.
Alright then. And how are
Didn't
you,
you
little
say-
troublemaker? Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I was just gonna say, didn't you say he also had ice?
He has ice as well, yes.
Okay, I'm trying to find my notes, but I can't find it. What did ice do?
Con booster.
Oh, I thought you said that was fire. Okay.
Fire is charisma. What is it? Lightning is intelligence. Water is wisdom. Earth is con. Air is dex. Acid is strength. And ice is con.
Yeah. And the specific resistances, all of them are pretty on the nose, but main ones are different. Water gets you poison resistance if you decide to go to resistance instead. And earth, you can choose one resistance of bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing.
Okay. So you want ice, because con. Because I'm still the healer, so
Okay.
I don't need to go down.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, he says that's like, well, how about you, little troublemaker? You wanting something as well? Match your sister?
No. Well, I mean, not to match my sister, but I wouldn't mind the ice.
Oh, of course. Well,
But go ahead with Cyrus first.
oh, okay. But I'll have the gold total here if you want me to go ahead and give it to you.
Sure.
Those are a little cheaper. Those actually run 200 a pop, so for 1,300 I can get you a tattoo for that one. And for another 200 you just get the extra vial. So that
Okay, you said how much was the total again?
1,200 for a
1,000.
tattoo. And that
And how much for the extra vial?
another 200 for the extra vial.
Sweet. And out of character, it's like one platinum is 10 gold.
Right.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Sounds like the poorest one here then.
Don't forget about me.
Well, that's because you spend all your money on the tattoo.
Exactly.
I should have enough for that.
Alright, he's like, alright, I got up the full day commissions here. Man, I just doing boring ones lately. Alright then. Cyrus, have you thought about what kind of tattoo you want, where you want it? Anything special?
I was kind of thinking of sort of a vine turns into flame kind of design. Going from like the upper left shoulder down the arm.
Feel like you're ripping off my aesthetic a bit, but I can dig it. Good one. Alright then. Can do.
And how much did you say it was again? It was 19 something.
It was not. Yeah, it was 1,900 for all of it,
Okay, it's
and
just that. Gotcha.
it's going to be 1,500 for all of Kindles.
All right. I just have to do the math with like my silver and platinum and stuff like that.
Might be a little D&D coin conversion tab.
Handy.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll definitely go with that.
1,300, and I still have more money than Maddie.
Right. But as you're looking over everything, Luna, Eldrin gets to work on the tattoo, Cyrus, and it takes a little longer than a conventional tattoo, obviously, because there are runes in it, but it goes pretty well. It stings just a bit. In particular, the ink seems to burn into your skin a bit as the fire sets in. But it's done, and you're correct. And now you have your new fancy tattoo. It seems to glow a bit, actually.
Ooh. Nice.
Especially when you cast your spells. And your charisma is now permanently increased by 1.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, he gets off the chair and leans back and is like, pretty happy with that one. All right, good. All right, you little troublemaker. What do you want your ice tattoo to be?
A moon crest that looks like it's been crystallized.
That is neat. I really like that. Where would you like it?
Shoulder.
Can do. And he goes to work on yours. You have the opposite effect of this is cold.
It
You can't
matches
help
my
but
heart now.
You can't help but tense up a bit, but eventually you get used to it. And as it's done, it looks pretty sick as you look at it back in the mirror. It kind of has a faint little luminescent glow to it as well. You notice Maddie's had a similar effect to him. All of them just has a little light glow, a light shine to them. Not enough to be like a glow stick in the dark, but you can kind of tell.
Where are you? Follow my shoulder.
Permanent disadvantage on stealth.
Yeah, no. We got a really big one, maybe. He's like, well, all right then. But yeah, y'all feel free to come back if you want the acid ones. But other than that, I hope y'all enjoy them.
We'll do, and we'll send our friend this way.
Good.
Yep, thank you.
No trouble. Amarok, you want to just flavor it, you go straight here after. If you have the gold for it.
I probably don't. I have like 471 gold.
You do not have the gold for it.
I do not have the gold for it, even with my discount.
Do you have the gold to at least grab the vials?
Yeah, those vials being rare, they go for 250 each as well.
Expensive. I also have the 3 other vials I could trade. And seeing as how I trade with the other guy who has a markup to this guy, I could sell them straight to him at a higher price.
Okay, so you're wanting to trade them to water ones?
Yeah. Well, I don't know the other ones exist. I'm just like, well, I have these. I sold the other ones for X amount to the other guy who's selling them to him, so I'm cutting out the middleman.
That's fair. I was getting ahead of myself. All right, then. As you get as you catch word from you're eventually around to Luna and Cyrus if y'all want to convey that information.
Talk to me.
Hey, Tattoo Guy has some acid essence if you're looking for it.
Oh, that's actually interesting. I actually have a few of these we got back in the water plane. I'm gonna clink around in the bag a little bit, pull out one.
Did you loot water elemental bodies?
I recycled water elemental. Thank you very much. There's a fine line between grave robbing and, recycling or looting. It's a big gray area,
I understand. But, yeah, head that way if you want to grab it before someone else does.
Yeah.
You say that in front of the grave cleric, and I'm just like, okay. We'll pretend that's true.
You already don't like me. I'm just digging the hole deeper, okay? I'm okay with this. I've accepted my fate.
Digging the grave deeper.
Yeah.
Hey, I never said. Hey, Linda never said she didn't like you. She just has moments where you're not her favorite person. Like when you stab her. Okay, that's just fair.
Well,
I mean, what's a little stab between friends? Am I right?
what Luna needs to stop doing is running up to the angry puppy.
To be fair,
Okay, I'm very food aggressive. You leave my bowl alone. Oh,
I'm just
I'm sorry.
waiting for her at some point. She runs up to him, he turns to attack her, she pulls out a squirt bottle. No!
no.
Bad!
We've had this
and the squirt bottle.
conversation.
No. Even that the squirt bottle is full of holy water, so she's like.
He's all silver nitrate.
Mm.
Oh,
I don't have access to that. All I have access to is holy water. Okay.
Hey, I can make that.
give you silver solution to kill your lycanthropy and COVID. I'm kidding. That's not a thing. I'm making a joke. I'm making fun of an actual thing people believed.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not good. It's at home.
Positive silver ions and positive copper ions. They're the cure all. Don't you know?
The Arcane Gate does not promote COVID conspiracies.
Alright.
So, as you make your way into Eldrin's shop, he's just like, "Oh, the whole bunch is coming today. How's my to address the elephant in the room, other fellow person? Yeah. Hey, I'm Rock. What's up?
Hi, you. Yeah, it's just me. This is strictly business today. I'm not here to yell at you. I hope you're not going to yell at me. There have been no girls running away, so we should be cool.
I would hope they wouldn't be running for any reason, but yeah, all right, let's go.
Yeah, I've got 3 of these things, and I'm going to pop them down on the counter there.
Oh, water element. He pops the bottle open and takes a sniff of it. All right, yeah, it's like pure water elementals. Good stuff. So you're wanting to do a trade-in, or sell these to me? What you wanting to do?
They mentioned you had acid. Okay. I was going to see if I could get enough of that to do a tattoo at some point.
Yeah, I got
What's
acid
the exchange
essence, too.
rate?
Let's see. Well, yeah, if you're wanting to do an exchange, definitely the water one's a lot easier getting acid for obvious reasons. Yeah, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. Generally, right now, these are going for about that. I was about to say, I could, I hate to say, for about 3 of them, and I could give you like one of the vials and another 50 gold, but other than that, the acid vials are still going for like 250 each right now.
Yeah, that's understandable. I just thought I'd come to you instead of the other guy, because I figure you're paying more to him than what you could coming from the supplier here.
Alright, cut out the middleman and all that stuff. Good business move.
But yeah, like, I'm not trying to extort you or anything. I'll take whatever you pay to him, or like, I ain't picky, really.
I'd hope not. I'm honestly giving you a pretty good deal there. Yeah, sure. Yeah, like I said, you give me, I was about to say, give me another 200 gold on top of them 3 vials. I can give you 2 of them. You give me another 250 on top of that. You'll have all 3.
I want all 3.
Hell, you
Yeah,
only need the 2.
Yeah, I'm probably going to stick with just the 2 for now. So that was 200 extra on top of this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with that then.
Fair enough. Yeah, when you get the gold, feel free to come on by.
Alright, I'll hang on to these till then. Hell, maybe I can bring you more.
Hopefully. I'll do my best to give you good deals for them. I mean, who knows? May have some more people come in wanting them some wisdom tattoos.
Yeah, I'll keep you in mind if I find anything.
All right. You take care now.
You too. Leave.
You make right. All right. Maddie, was there anything you wanted to do today?
She was actually just gonna go do some more training.
Oh, okay.
You just want to hit things at this point.
Pretty much.
That's fair.
I can understand that sentiment.
All right. You go down to the underground pit, and it's kind of sparse in there. You see a few people kind of doing some basic training. So you got the room to yourself. You go to one of the wooden dummies that you and Arden had practiced on, and trying to remember everything that Arden, your grandma, passed on to you. You just begin training.
And she will train until she can't feel her limbs.
I need to eventually go mundane shopping.
And with all the tattoos and everything else, it has gotten a little later in the afternoon, but all of you get gathered back up, and are all of you going to go meet the Candyman? Some a little sore with some fresh tattoos, some exhausted. Marcus is Marcus.
I just have one question. When I attuned to the pocket watch, since everyone had left, once I finished attuning to it, I'll just kind of like tuck off somewhere where people can't see me and like check myself over to make sure nothing else has happened.
Yeah, nothing else has seemed to happen to you.
Okay. Then I'll just wait for everyone else to return, and then when they do...
Yep. The main difference, you don't have that irritated feeling you were on your mark anymore. It seems to have evened out perfectly. It's weird. It seems out of place, but it's like... seems natural in a weird way that... it doesn't feel like it's something just kind of natural on you anymore. That makes any sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right. And with that, you guys all gather up and start making your way to the Candyman. And that'll be a good breaking point for now.
And we're back, everyone.
Okay. All right. So, welcome everybody. Good to be back. So, jumping back in, you guys are on your way to meet the Candyman again.
Mm-hmm.
And
I just want to do one thing. As we're walking, just like last time, I'm going to cast the Invisible.
all right. As you're walking back, nothing's really sticking out. Nothing's really sticking out to you in particular. As you make your way back and get your way to the same warehouse that you met the last time, as you get closer, you don't see anyone invisible, but Loon and Amarok, you are picking up a few people around.
Oh.
And as you see a few people actually hiding on rooftops.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm not walking into the building. Hey, how high up are these rooftops?
Hey, about 2-story buildings. One 1-story building ranging.
I'm going up there. I'm jumping.
Okay.
Okay, that's okay. I was actually just gonna point them out as we walked by. I was gonna be like, okay, I see you there, and I see you there, and I see you there, and I see you there. But okay,
You
just jump up
on,
there.
Hope
You jump on one, and you see a guy on the roof. It's like, hey.
Hi. Good start gazing up here. What you doing? A bit early in the day for that, ain't it?
I'm making sure no one interrupts the meeting y'all are about to have.
Yeah, see, like the whole deal was we all come alone. Y'all ain't supposed to be here.
No, we were ordered to make sure that no one messes with your meeting while it's going on, or no one follows you.
See, it's still Silver Breach contract, don't you see? How y'all have all the men here and we have just us. Just leaning in, like closer and closer each word here. You see
Around
how
that time,
makes
the
me
door
feel?
opens. Around the door opens. Silva looks to all of you. Oh, welcome. Why is
I'm just hanging off the like edge of the roof here, just talking to this guy.
He has issues.
he's excited.
Your men weren't very well hidden.
Apparently not. And the guy on the roof's like, He's like, well, lunch is ready if y'all are ready for it. Tamrock, if you're done tormenting some of our members.
I'm just gonna lean in, just whisper to the guy, if anything happens, I'm coming for you first. And just drop, just dead fall to the ground, just boom, land.
You're actually making me feel sorry for one of the members of the criminal organization.
I'm extremely uncomfortable in this whole situation. If I can make everyone else equally as uncomfortable, that's what I'm gonna do. Alright. I've had my rant, we can continue.
Okay. Alright, so you as all of you come in, you actually see an actual buffet set up for everybody. Like pretty decent variety as well. As Candyman's like, welcome. So I got to pride myself on my information gathering skills, but I didn't take the need to find out what everyone one of you likes. So I got a little bit of everything. As you see, yeah, there's meat, salad, a few desserts, all sorts of stuff.
Nice. Thank you, but we did eat not too long ago. So
Actually, what time of the day is it?
It should be around like
Because we
midday.
ate breakfast, and then
Yeah, we wouldn't have unless Cyrus snuck some food. I don't think Luna would have ate.
to be fair, Cyrus is not fully trusting on given food.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Right.
well,
The paranoid schizophrenic.
If anything, he's going to like pick at stuff, like snack.
Just finger foods. Nothing that can be poisoned.
You see him himself. He gets up and fills him a plate full of, basically makes himself a Cobb salad, then just looks to all of you like, y'all are useless to me, poisoned, and just goes back and sits down.
It's kind of
Marcus.
grab a bowl of fruit.
Marcus will like get a salad, and he'll take some of the cuts of the meat and put it into the salad.
Just getting the rarest meat I can find.
Fruit. I actually just kind of copy Cyrus. I'm like, I'm just gonna stick with the fruit.
Maddie just grabs the meat.
Maddie's following Amarok's lead and Luna's following Cyrus's. That can be good for either one of them.
Yeah, no. Your sister's gonna stab you eventually now.
And now,
I'm setting a bad example.
and now, naturally, Marcus is the one in between because he took a bit of both. So,
Hey, yeah, you're a dang vengeance paladin too. You're the angry one.
Yep.
Oh,
well,
fun dynamic we have.
Mm-hmm.
it's a nice spread you
Alright.
have.
Oh, I mean, I'm hoping that this builds a valuable friendship, so want us to commemorate it, you know? I can
Mhm.
bust out a wine bottle if you'd like. Or it's a little too early in the morning for you. Today.
Well, I generally prefer to drink once business is finished discussed.
Good. Right
That's a
then, you a beer person or a wine person?
Me?
Or a whiskey?
I'm more of a wine and liquor individual.
Oh, I
I
get a
don't
bit of
really
both.
like don't really like ale for stronger stuff.
That's fair. No judgment here. All right then. So, have you all come to a decision?
We have, but there's something that we collectively want to ask. As we're more willing to go with you, but we did need a bit of information as well. Like,
Okay, negotiations back on the table. I can accept it.
do you have a connection to the Platinum Vault?
I have a way to get stuff from there. Yes.
We need information from the Platinum Vault.
That is above the table. That is kind of why we are here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right, y'all are wanting a particular book. I have heard.
Yes, and if you had a way of getting us into the Platinum Vault on good graces in order to collect this book, that would be very helpful.
I see. What you're wanting is A Tale of Three by Mildred Stump.
Yes, we would like to look at the original source material, though. Perhaps make our own notes.
I can get you that book. I guess that's adding on top of everything you wanting to get for this deal, but that's understandable. That is your number one thing, and I do want to assist in the downfall of the three.
But would it be possible for us to gain interest and just have a time with the book, or would we have to have the book brought to us? I'd prefer it if we could just go in and look at the book ourselves, if that was something that you could make happen.
Tell you what, you willing to cut a deal with me? I can get a forgery of the book made, replace it and have it none the wiser, and give you the original book.
That would be rather useful.
I also don't think this would be considered negotiation, just more of trying to get the finer details on our business later on, so.
Like, we'd be willing to pay for this particular separate thing, separate from the deal that we're making. You do sell information. We have ways of buying it.
No, that book ain't. Oh, that book warrants a big choice like that. So I'm willing to put it up in the cost for negotiating the fort, because so whatever reason that book's made, pretty scarce the knowledge in it.
So should we go over what we have on the table so far?
In turn, I get the fort, and what you get out of it, is now the book. Having a place to stay in the fort, a permanent place of residence. I'm willing to give you a good bit of it as well. Make your own little home there. Also, giving you resources when it comes to your plight against the coven, and y'all want to get a percentage as well of the money that comes through there.
Yes, that was something.
So does this all seem like everything we've discussed so far?
Also, you did bring up the notion of that you could make the people who are pursuing my family stop their pursuits.
Yes, of course. That is what I intend to do. I don't want anything horrible to happen to him.
Seems like we have everything on the table then.
Right
But
then.
something I do want to purchase from you, though, once this is separate from the deal. I want information on Crane. I want information on Crane. But also,
it'd take a moment for us to get the information, but we can work it out.
I'm fine with it taking a moment. I want information on where he is and things about him. But also, separate note as well, if you could give me information on potentially people working with him. More his sect, the Chambers. So I know that he holds a high position.
I take it y'all wanting to pluck some wings.
I want to do some housekeeping.
Right. I can respect it. They're a bit of a nuisance. Oh, no problem here.
That will be separate information that I will purchase from you. But I just want you to have your feelers out there, see where he is.
I could start inquiring. Yeah. Alright, I guess if that's the case, the final thing to work out is the percentage. Since y'all don't seem like you're going to back down on it anytime soon.
I've got one more thing. Since we are giving you a constant source of income here, okay, and we're getting pretty much just a lump sum with a trickle-in thing, I would like something myself. I want a book called Primal Savagery. The Platinum Vault has.
Oh, do you?
I do.
At that point, he kind of whispers to him and Silva whisper back and forth to each other for a little bit. Then he's like, "May I ask the context of this book? I'm unfamiliar with it."
Assuming you know what I am, it's my origins in a way.
Oh, very interesting. Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't know that.
I know what you were, but a book called Primal Savagery. That's a little out of my expertise. I can't say I'm a wolf whisperer, per se. Oh. 2 books from restricted section, that's a pretty steep cost. Alright. If it's important to you, I can understand it. Alright. What am I to do? But since I like all of you, I guess I will go with the deal. So, how about all that? Plus just for the percentage, how about we say 5% of the income that comes through there?
And what's expected income?
Now it's going to depend month to month how well we get it running, Will some of my contacts take the bite or what?
But also, 5% can be easily divided by the 5 of us.
Well, we did negotiate 10% with your lackey on a different matter, but still, he stood firm on 10% when he shouldn't have got that much.
But
He was this.
Well, friend,
with the
played
gambling
as the
problem,
guard.
Oh, Balthus. Oh, Balthus.
Gambling friend.
My word is 5%, unfortunately, because I would be willing to go for 10, but that other book is quite the steep cost, as getting one out of there, making it disappear, that's already hard. Making two, you keep them books very tight to their chest.
5% of potentially what could happen is a steady sum of income constantly coming into us. We'd all get a percentage.
And a question about our deal. So, if someone were to, or someone desired to purchase information about us, how readily available would it be if they plan to do us harm?
Oh, I don't sell information on my friends. I don't do that. I was about to say, didn't get this far just by myself and screwing everyone over that I wanted to. I had to make some friends along the way. So, I'd like to think y'all could be part of that fold.
Damn, I want to insight that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just to be... I couldn't read them. Couldn't read them.
Can I either help? Oh no, I can't help him. Can I insight it as well?
Yeah, insight's kind of one of them things where I'd argue it's one of the few you pretty much have to do so on your own.
Yeah, I know. It's just like
Right.
usually whenever like one of us is rolling for something, we're like, "Oh, let me help." But yeah, I forgot. This is like one thing. It's like, yeah, you kind of. Can I insight as well? Because I would have been paying attention, and I've already said I don't like this either.
Yeah, you can.
18 and a 16.
Y'all wise people.
Not wise enough.
A 23 couldn't read this guy last time, so...
Yeah.
It seems like he's being honest. You don't see any stuttering or insincerity, and he's looking you straight in the eyes. He says it.
Well, then, to friendships. I'll actually pull a bottle of wine out of my pack and set it on the table in front of us.
The Moonflare wine?
Mm-hmm.
He holds out a hand, and another person comes out of shadows and hands him a glass of wine. Ari poured, and he's like, "It's a friendship."
Sounds like we have a deal.
Takes a drink. And at that point, he stands up and walks over across to her room. He's like, "I always believe in sealing it with a handshake, but a drink works as well."
Well, I have you drinking as a celebration, so... If this is a successful business transaction...
I believe it is. I'm trying to think my words worth something.
Cyrus will sort of like stand up and sort of like present his hand and be like, I do kind of believe in sealing a deal with a handshake myself.
Right. And he reaches out and shakes her hand.
For Cyrus and Amarok, Marcus will kind of like gesture the bottle as if do you want some?
Sure.
Might as well.
He'll pour to a port. Like Marcus just has tankards on him, so he just like pulls a tankard out for all three of us, and pours some for each. Recorks the bottle.
This is like a summer wine. They can have this. It's like celebratory.
Well,
As two other people also come by and give the twins grape juice.
Always give grape juice to the underage.
Mm.
wow. This is a successful business transaction, but while you have your feelers out there, and again, I will pay for the information as well. Can you see, or do you know, who is currently running the clan list?
Oh, I do, actually. I
Well,
can give you a name, but that's about it.
that'll be fine, but a name is fine. Again, we've already settled this deal. This is separate.
Oh, might as well throw it in for free. Though I have other bits of information just up for grabs if y'all ever wanting to.
And again, if we wanted to talk to you directly again, how would we do that?
That is a good question. Now, there's a temple in the Temple District. Easiest one way to get a hold of us is just going to the Temple of going to the Temple of Otto.
Temple of Autumn.
Otto.
Otto.
Yes, Otto the River Spirit. You go there and you say you have some heinous deeds you like to confess, and word will get around.
Well, Temple of Otto. We have some heinous deeds that we would like to confess. Alright.
Or you could obviously just ask Nick, you know.
Wouldn't want to wake the guy though.
I'll throw rocks at him. He likes that.
He did make a mention that he wasn't too thrilled about you.
Yeah, we have passed. We're best friends. He just likes to play hard to get.
I don't think so, but sure.
He did stab me that one time. Actually, stabbed me twice.
I
mean,
saw.
Hasn't stopped you two from being friends.
She doesn't like me.
Slightly disappointed that you ended up that the fight ended the way it did, but you won.
Yeah, see, he just has a funny look to him. Didn't want to look at him no more, so I had to get rid of him.
All right.
Quick question. And I look at the Candyman. Didn't you say you had information that was about us? And I point to between me and Maddie.
Oh, I do actually.
Is that part of this deal that we just agreed to, or?
Well, nobody brought it up, it seems.
Well, sassafras.
How much would this information cost?
Hmm. Well, factoring in the friends and family discount, this information would go. This information go. It can go about 50 gold each, just for the twins. 50 gold.
Y'all's secrets sell for so low.
Parent, I would. It's not that big of a deal. All right. And I just hand it over
I
to.
wouldn't say it was not that big of a deal. I was just in a good mood after such a good deal. But here you go if you want it.
Okay.
Hey. And you look at it, and you see it is, looking through it, it's listing names mostly. As you flip through a bit, it seems to be an Ozamar registry of births. And he's like, had some digging gone around, and it seems you do not exist in birth registries. No one from your clan name does.
You're not real.
Doesn't surprise me one bit with how things have been going recently.
But we've been finding out that's kind of like that's just another piece of the puzzle that we kind of already had the picture of. But it's still interesting.
Right.
And you said there was 2, and there was 50 gold each, right?
Okay. Yes, just because they go about in the same vein.
Okay. Like I already gave you the
But there
100
was
gold,
one-
so.
Oh, okay. Oh, here you go. In a similar vein, as he opens it up, it seemed to be a similar registry, but for the Sapphire City. It's like, that fellow here is Harper. He wasn't an actual citizen. Didn't exist either.
A huge surprise since what's
Recent-
happened, but
Yeah.
recent events.
Yep. Yes. Oh, it's strange. Just generally, as I'm told, the Ozma are very proud of their lineage and of a great lengths to track their their history of how well their family's done over time. But none of that for you.
Probably because our family probably murdered people over time.
Could be more peculiar than that, because when looking into it, it seemed someone had tampered with the records.
Someone's gone in and actually purposely erased our family from it.
That's what it seems. Because that is one thing we recognized in the because there is one in particular very interesting interesting place where they actually at one point were having them all put in stone, and when one of my agents looked in there, they noticed there was a few of the stone names that were carved out from one of the oldest families as well.
That's
Question. Does your person who went to check this information know how long ago it was when these were removed? Could they tell?
No, they couldn't tell, unfortunately. All we know is just it had to be a very old family if they were still using the stone system. This was before paper was really used much.
family
So you're
probably has
looking at
a
it.
long lineage, but we've been dropped off the map.
Essentially, yes.
Awesome. What else were you gonna say?
The last bit of information I had to sell for you that bears any interest was that one was a little more spicy. That one would be going rate on it was 200 gold, but it had something to do with an acquaintance of yours, I guess I can say.
An acquaintance of theirs or an acquaintance of all of us?
More theirs, but technically all of you.
Oh,
Oh, do you have it? 'Cause I don't have it.
I'll hand over gold.
Oh, this
Thank
is a good day. As he takes the gold and hands it to Silva, and he hands you one final file, and as you open it, Luna, you see a symbol, a very similar, a very familiar symbol of a torch. And as you flip over, you see a roughly drawn photo of Silva. I mean, not Silva. God, Misty.
Oh.
Mm.
Anything
That's your
else or
full
just
name,
the...
like.
Okay.
And then gives a rough description of her. Mistra, known as Misty. Been a member of the Torchbearers. Serving on for a good 5 years now. And it says in a little cliff note, Torchbearers serve as the secret service to the kingdom.
Okay, so she can't meet your cousin.
I mean, technically, she
Well,
shouldn't have even
Secret
met us.
Secret Service may be the wrong word for it, but basically an intelligence agency, spy network.
The secret police.
Yeah, Secret Police is what I was going for. Thank you.
KGB.
Yeah, the brown shirts.
KGB now.
Then I wonder,
that's bad.
I wonder how much she knows.
I mean, she saw
Yeah.
us turn, so she knows a decent bit.
Yeah,
She didn't do anything.
And it clicks in your mind, she even showed you the torch symbol to see your reaction, so it's not like she's fully keeping it a secret from you either.
She wanted to know how much we knew.
She wanted y'all to run because the chase is more fun.
Or she just wanted
There
to
was
see, like, how familiar we are with everything, since we literally said she was the only Asmar we had ever met,
Yeah.
besides our dad.
Yeah, so looking back, even on when you rolled insight on Misty, she seemed genuine to you, but that is a level of just
So-
she has a little. She's more than just the basic traveling knight that you were kind of suspecting.
Yeah. So we're screwed, probably.
Not necessarily. I mean, she was trying to test you to see how much you knew, and when you didn't know anything, she didn't do anything.
I mean, she didn't know what to do. Remember, remember she said that we looked like we were falling, and then went back to normal. So she was just as us, which means she probably went back to the Azamar Nation and tried to figure out what to do.
Well, you weren't her current objective.
You weren't her target.
I know,
You're
that's why I'm saying she that's why, I'm saying, like, after she did whatever she was doing, and whenever she did go back, then she might bring us up if she wanted to. I'm just saying, it's a possibility. I'm not saying she did, I'm just saying it's a possibility.
So we hide next time we see her.
Another thing to keep a watch out for.
Yeah, in particular, she's known to be a dangerous one. Apparently, she does a lot of missions beyond the borders. Other than that, just known to be decently scrappy knight. Not one to take crap from really anybody. As you saw by the fact that when y'all met her, you helped start a war between a mercenary guild and a fort on the rogue states. Possibly changing travel for the future, just normal stuff.
Okay,
I mean, that's pretty much par for the course for us.
Oh, yes. I believe y'all are going to be a very fun group to work with, though, so I am happy about it.
Well, this definitely gives us more to discuss. But for whenever you do have the information that I'm seeking, let me know and we can discuss the payment.
Mm-hmm. He nods like, will do. Until then, I believe our business is concluded. Feel free to... And I got other things to do, but... we should have a social call sometime. Maybe I'll throw a masquerade or something. That may be fun. Haven't done one of them in a while. Either way, he nods to all of you. Unless there's anything more, our business is concluded.
I don't have anything.
Alright. He starts to walk out. Oh, the plans, of course. We need to make it attack plans, actually. So that is a big thing. But, I assume the classic. You wanna go take the Briar Patch. Good old investigate it. Yes.
We need to scout it out before we go in.
Of course.
Take down. I wouldn't suggest how we've done things like this in the past. It may not go well. I would suggest that if we can, we should infiltrate and take it down bit by bit. So if you are sending people with us, well, make sure that they're stealthier than the people outside.
You gotta remember, not everyone's as perceptive as you, but I will take note of that. And yes, alright then. Let Nick know, or go to the temple whenever you want. Whenever you're ready to make an attack plan, just set a date and we'll plan for that heading down there. The plan was to send all of you down on a barge, and you can stop before you get all the way there and actually scout out the place on land if you like.
I do have a question. How many people are you willing to send with us? We don't need... If we're going to do a strike unit, we don't need a army. We need a few people.
If this
That was my
fort's
plan,
full,
just
we
send
will.
a few. Yeah. That was the plan, to send a few trusted folk with you. If anything, a possible plan I had in mind is, the classic, I guess, cloak and dagger, if you will. So, you go to the fort, under false pretenses, through bargeway. You're able to make your way inside. Once inside, the cloak's done. You take the fort, open it up to the outside, and boom, you'll enter. The main obstacle on the inside, it's a relatively small fort, but the coven in there does make it dangerous.
The people who are on the inside of this fort, do they have any particular uniform? And who are normally the people that they allow outside of the fort into?
Generally, folk that are accepted by the goblinoids, they have some sort of deal set up with them.
Well, if we could take on the guise of the type of people who would be allowed into this fort, we'd also need, potentially once inside, they're not just going to let us walk through wherever, so we would also need the guise of people who would normally be in the fort. So if they had some type of robe or sash or something that identifies them as part of this group.
When I think about it, I know a goblinoid that's actually tasked with looking after you as it is. He may be good for that.
There's a goblin tasked with looking after us.
Nick.
Wait, he's not a goblin.
Goblinoid, he's a hobgoblin.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's a hobgoblin. But... Alright. I mean, we know what his symbol is. Yes. I guess we have to talk to Nick.
Yes. He'd be good for it. I will assemble a few other people if needed. But other than that, it shouldn't have to be too big of a team. Where too big of a team would end up bogging down the whole mission. But we'll see. There will be some with you, though. We'll send. I was planning on having some people posted from the outside to take out some of the archer on the walls.
Yes.
So we take this fort down bit by bit, rather than fully frontal assaulting it. We take down pieces of it.
Indeed. Now, that being said, we have plans to make. I'll make sure to look into a team that'll be good for you, but I'm sure Amarok has no qualm at all with working with Nick or the rest of you.
Not at all.
He seems to be able to stay awake when there's a mission to focus on, so hopefully that works.
He seems to store that energy somewhere, that's for certain.
Well then, till we meet again. Once we've discussed some things with Nick, we'll come talk to you.
Till then. I keep forgetting the accent I do for him, my bad.
Sleazy.
So, as all of you make your way outside, real quick, Maddie and Luna, can y'all make religion checks for me? I forgot to ask y'all to do that earlier.
Make a what check?
Religion.
How well do you know your god?
Oh, 21.
Apparently well.
Yeah.
Maddie
Maddie
knows.
hasn't
Not
read
so
a book in a
well.
while.
You know, this is in character, though.
Yeah, it is. I was about to say that.
Alright. So, Luna, you recognize Otto is Otto is known as the River Spirit. He's pretty much the spirit of fishing in rivers. Generally, portrayals of him depict him as an otter fishing.
Okay.
So that does kind of seem off to you that they're doing some of their dealings in a temple of fishermen.
Fishing for information.
That does make sense.
Was it that obvious?
A little bit. A little bit, yeah.
I was just making a educated guess there.
Good job. All right. And with that, you make your way outside and quickly start to make your way out of the district. The district itself was on the far end. After a little bit of time, you notice the people that were watching you. They were mainly just located around the building, just keeping an eye on the building in general. But shortly after, its streets are empty. Just the occasional riffraff every now and then you normally see in the street. Until, in particular, you notice, getting closer to the edge of the research district, a little more bigger cluster of some bums hanging around. Just as you see some thugs just kind of hanging around the area. Though all of them are surprisingly a bit beefier than you're used to seeing.
Do they look like they're waiting around for anything, or are they just milling around?
It looks like they're trying to act like they're just waiting around, milling around.
So they're looking at us.
With your general perception, you see one of them step out in particular. A thing that kind of sets you off on him, his hair just seems wild and untamed and unnaturally spiky, weirdly.
Do they look armed or anything?
Hey. I was about to say, you kind of see some loose arms on each of them, and that one in particular steps up and says, "All right, It's going to be real simple. Just give us the black book and we'll go our way.
Question.
I
How
don't quite
informed
like your
are you?
tone.
I also have a question. How informed are you?
The Twin Spears of the Wild wants his book, and I'm giving it to him.
Oh, that guy, yeah, he's a prick. You can tell him to eat shit.
Hey, are there?
You're starting to look around, and you notice, aside from this one, there seems to be 6 of them all keeping an eye on you.
Friend, I'm gonna explain this in the most simple terms I can. I've had a very stressful day, okay? And right now I'm looking for any outlet I can to really take out that frustration. And now you and your little, boy band here just appear, okay? You realize you're threatening me, and quite frankly, I'm thrilled that you are, okay? You understand what's about to happen?
Talking.
Oh, yeah.
I try to cast banishment on the main guy talking.
You do?
I'm not fooling with this crap. If I can cast banishment, then I'm going to try it on the main guy talking to us.
I did have one question real quick.
Well,
Or what's your question, Marcus?
Did they have any particular markings that would stand out as a particular different gangs or groups?
Not really, actually, as they all seem kind of disheveled thugs. But then he's like, well, and you look over, you see Luna just holding her holy symbol up. And Alm's like, huh? You look around and there's like...
He's going to be falling for 30 minutes, okay?
Your friend is gone.
And you see all of them's bodies start twisting contorts as all 6 of them turn into werewolves.
Yep, fun stuff. Stuff. Yeah, we're doing this. Can I go ahead and transform too as they're doing
We'll
it?
pick up there next week.
Ah!
One of them. I did good.
You got rid of one of the
Yeah.
werewolves.
Yeah.
Great call on banishment.
Let's be honest here. It was going to end in a fight anyways. Let's just get rid of one and focus on the other 5.
We could have played an angle. We could have been like, well, your friend is dead. He's not gone. He's dead. She disintegrated him.
There was no noise or nothing. He just died.
Yeah.
So,
what type of death was
Oh,
Amrock, I
What?
can't believe you mentioned the book. I was wanting this to come out of left field, and you mentioned the book. It's like, well...
no, I had plans as soon as this started going like, oh, there are these enemies that they have us at a disadvantage. What possible thing could I do to even the odds here?
Get the cult book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
All right.
thank you all so much for watching. Check us out on YouTube to catch any episodes you might have missed if you're watching here on YouTube. Hi, YouTube. And yeah, that'll be it for this evening. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
All right. Night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Nice.
Peace.
Night.